Hey, welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're all having an absolute magical day. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. We have a standard best of one brew for you today called Spirit Storm. This is a Bant / Brokers green, white, and blue color deck that revolves around making plenty of spirits and then buffing them up with Broker's Ascendancy. So buckle up, get ready, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to help support the channel. We're going to break down the deck list, play some games, and then open some packs. Hey yo, let's take a look at the deck. Oakley Dokley Spirit Storm, as I said, is a standard best of one build with a 2.6 average mana value, split between 21 creatures and 15 non-creatures and 24 land, making up those 60 cards, correct? Revolving around Broker's Ascendancy for 3 mana as an enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control and a loyalty counter on each planeswalker that you control as well, which is actually quite juicy. We're not utilizing it in this deck, however, it is something that we can take a look at in the future as we work in more control elements to the deck. My mind immediately goes to the Wandering Emperor, but again, this is a prototype build and we'll continue to work with it in the future. With that being said, I already find this build to be incredibly competitive. So, what are we going to be putting these +1/+1 counters on if we don't have planeswalkers? Well, it's spirits, baby. We've got a spirit deck here, so we'll be creating a ton of spirits and then buffing them all up. First and foremost, the Clarion Spirit. A 2/2 for 2, and whenever you cast your second spell each turn, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying, right? So, this in play will allow us to cast, multiple spells per turn on top of it, creating those 1/1 spirit tokens, which will be buffed up and they have flying. So, that's fantastic. Aside from that, we have Hallowed Haunting for 4 as an enchantment, and as long as you control 7 or more enchantments, creatures you control have flying and vigilance. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, create a white spirit cleric creature token with this creature's power and toughness are each equal to the number of spirits that you control, right? So that's why it's so important for us to be amassing so many spirits into the battlefield, and every time we cast an enchantment, we will do so through the Hallowed Haunting, which is fairly easy, right? Other benefits from casting enchantments include the Generous Visitor for 1, and whenever you do so, you'll put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Good early game value that grows and becomes fairly annoying as that match goes on, right? And of course, we can eventually gain flying and vigilance there as well, so that's quite formidable. Reducing the cost of our enchantments through the Jukai Naturalist for 2 as a 2/2 with lifelink. Enchantment spells cost 1 less to cast, which is fantastic. And then, we're back to just making spirits. The Restoration of Nganjo as the Architect can make spirits for us. It's a 3/4 with Vigilance. Whenever it attacks or blocks, create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token. So, this is fantastic. That attack and block can trigger, on your turn, on their turn, because of the Vigilance allowing so, which is quite nice. Making tons of spirits there. The Brine Comber, as it enters play as a spirit, will also create another spirit, which is really cool. So you can see how many spirits we're able to put into play quite quickly. Skyclave Apparition also as a spirit, and the removal of non-land permanent mana value 4 or less, which is quite cool until it leaves, and then they get the blue illusion where X is equal to that exiled card's mana value, right? Catilda helping us out with the life gain. Power and toughness are equal to the number of permanents that are spirits and or enchantments, right? So this is the best of both worlds. We have spirits, we have enchantments. Catilda itself is a spirit, and on the backside is the Rising Dawn is an enchantment. Flying, protection from vampires, lifelink, power and toughness are equal to the number, like we talked about, and then the backside actually will grant that same ability to another creature, which is really quite cool. Again, the backside is an enchantment, which will trigger on everything. Fantastic. Countering things through the Geistlight Snare, instant speed for 3, 1 less for a spirit, 1 less for an enchantment. Counter unless they pay 3. Fantastic. Paladin's class, our turn, their spells are taxed by 1, which is quite nice. Creatures we control get buffed up by +1/+1. That's fantastic because we're going so wide. And then finally, whenever we attack, one of our creatures gets +X equal to the number of creatures we control and double strike. So that's going to be, probably a lethal blow there if it ever gets through as well, right? Boop. That's the entire deck, I believe. There's an Nganjo here. There's a Who Endures and a Soaring City for consistency. We might want to add another Plains in the deck. You'll see. It's just for the restorations. Sometimes it sucks if you already have that Plains in your hand and you get it again. But, just a quick adjustment on the fly for you there, not to worry. And that Brine Comber on the backside, again, makes the double spirit, which is great. And then whenever you target it with a aura, it will make another one, which is pretty cool. So you can actually target itself with the gift, again, which is quite successful. Just any spirit you can get into play is fantastic. We don't have to revolve the whole deck around it, run an aura build, but just itself, I think, is quite, beneficial to the build as a whole. That is it. That is the deck build. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to rip through today's gameplay and then slay through this pack. All right, we're going first. This is a very good hand if we can, say if we can find the second white source, but there it is. This is always going to be a white source. Let's see if we can find blue source. No. So this is definitely our second white, though, and we'll just wait on blue. Because if we can stack these hauntings out early game, how do you lose that? Unless it's a farewell. Farewell's a great card. The crowbar can destroy an artifact or enchantment. You are such a dirty dog, dude. That blue source is needed. Interesting. They just lose mana. They've tapped themselves, which means it's not sacking. Right? They've already tapped the creatures, so they can't do that. Gala's out. Making the most out of it. We need another blue source really badly. The triggers here might be enough to get the win. It's for 2 to 18. Here comes the removal of a haunting. Right, we get it. We understand. I thought it would have come earlier. They decided, uh-oh. It has summoning sickness, so they can't do it yet, but the matchmaker is wrecking us. Oh, it's not a blue source. It's not a blue source. All we can do is go kamikaze. Just blitz. Enrage. Bloodlust. Don't you? Don't you? They have enough defenders as well. We can grab double strike though. I guess that's good. Interesting. It's enough to get us through the day. We remove the shield counter here. That's nice. Math is really hard for all of us. Interesting. Why block at all? Going first with a beautiful hand. Holy. This is like, this is a hand. You know what I mean? Wow. Incredible. Are you serious? Just how? You know what I mean? How? I think we'll save the Naturalist, play it on top. If we get our fourth land, we could double drop. Ooh, we do. Next turn, though. Let's show him the smackdown. Down to 15. We would need a third white source, though, which we don't have if we're going to double drop here. And I think this should be a blue source. I'm pretty sure. Overseer's not bad. Angel up, take the draw. Ooh, that is an audacious attack. Let's play it slow, play it safe. For 6. Down to 10. Third white source. Oh, that's a good card. Righteous Valkyrie in the house. In the hoose, Doogie. Oh, Lord, have mercy. No, we don't have a third white source. Same problem. It is what it is. Should have been a green source. My bad. That 3/5 is in the way. They could double block. You think I care? You think I care? All right, I care a little bit. Not that much, though. Let's go. Let's get this field state dealt with. Ah, that hurts. Not a blocker, though. Oh! Sick way to go out. Are you a wizard, Harry? I'm going to keep it just for the biscuit. This can be a white source for the spirit. We can also, because it's a dual, it gives us the option to pull either or to fix the 3-color problem here. Yes, and that's how we do it. So this is a white source. You're out. Now, hopefully our spirit's not removed immediately. They take the Comer or the Visitor. It's whatever. It's whatever, dude. We need that 4th land for the Haunting. They should take the Brine Comer, I believe. It works best with the Ascendancy. But it's hard to double cast. The Spirit's much easier to double cast with. Maybe that's what they're worried of. Ascendancy, because we don't want to leave these 1/1s out here. They're prone to the Shambling Ghast, right? Now I guess we need a Geist Light to counter their field wipe. Mardu. Ooh. Means Tybalt will show up eventually. Don't appreciate that. Last turn, interesting. I don't mind it. I mean, I think it's our best play. They could Ghast before the Ascendancy hits. I mean, if we can get away with a few turns of this, might not be the worst. I guess just a field wipe and single target will be our nemesis now. There's some 6 single target, especially as we get more mana available and it becomes easier to cast 2 at a time. don't have a problem with that. We'll actually block with the Comer. Yeah, oopsie daisy. Oh, it's got Disturb, which triggers the Hollowed Haunting. Going first with a decent hand. I like the prospect of it. White, blue, green, all active here. We're going to play these spirits first. Try to get the most of them. Trying to draw that third land. Nope. Let's hit first. Right, hold up the Geist Light. Sneak in another. I will pay that, yes. They think they keep us from second casting, like I had something. I need to cast the enchantment for Geistlight Snare to remain active. Right, if we go... Oh no, this is an enchantment too. What am I thinking? My bad. My bad, chat. Forgot this was also an enchantment. Yep, that gets countered for sure. Nice land. Let's spend the majority of our mana. Hold up this counter spell. And then I think we should almost maybe only interact with removal. Like that. They could counter the snare itself. They do, wow. It's a good play. We can replay this, which is nice. Oh, I wish. You know, maybe we can second cast with another land. We have 4. This is 5. So we would actually need 6 to double cast. We're 2 lands shy of that. 1 land. And we'll be missing the second white source. I'm not going to dump into the class until after, just to fake counter magic. Maybe I take the draw instead. Could be another Geistlight. That's the land we need. Well, we don't really need it anymore, but... You dirty dog. It's really good. Five 5 with flying, not too shabby, forcing them into removal again. I'm sure there's more removal, but let's see. Let's attack first, see if we get it. I'd imagine it's a Wandering Emperor. Yeah. Yeah, dude. All right. They've got 3 cards. Nice. They are hitting it out of the park. Good for you. Ooh, that's as good as it could get for us. That's fantastic. We can dump into this next turn. Should be lethal. To fairy should be fine. They do gain life to 10, but that, we're still hitting for lethal. Maybe. Unless they've got interaction in hand, of course. You would. Oh, that's hot. Good for you, dude. Good for you. That was fantastic. Fairy tap wandering exiled after the tap. You dirty dog, dude. Let's see if we get to fairy. We do. That was a sick play. Wow. It's a big hit. 8 damage, right? Down to 4. Another Wandering Emperor. Oh, just a bounce. Okay. This isn't an enchantment, unfortunately, but we do double drop still, which is nice. Okay, here's the Ascendancy, right? So we are just pouring on gas turn after turn, and they're doing a really good job at dousing us, but I think we're going to get the advantage here. Like, how many more removal spells could they possibly have, right? +1 double strike, 8 damage. Oh, look, another Wandering Emperor. Oh, what a dirty dog. What an absolute dirty dog, dude. What a match. What a match. Wow. Boy, you crazy. They do have that land as well. Another Nico, so no land to block. The scry and draw is really good here within those shard artifact tokens. Oh, they're enchantment tokens. That makes them even better. Lands, man. I don't really get anything here. The draws are great, right? Very good. Nico making enchantments for Hollowed Haunting is an interesting thought. Deluge, 3 mana open. Interesting. We're getting close. I'm sure they have interaction, though. $10 damage. Let's see if we get it. Wow. I did not expect that. And I'm going to keep the spirit in hand in case something bad happens to the field. Farewell would be brutal. Don't even speak its words. I'll revitalize. Spend that white mana. Absolutely. But it's still the total. As long as you control 7 or more, we'd grab Flying and Vigilance, which could be good. Right? 4 mana. Only 1 white source. They nuke it. 6. Good for you. Good for you. Doogie. Guess we'll continue this dance. Oh, are they going to exile it? What does white have that exiles our grave? They could just have a march, and they march the enchantments. That would be better. Make our spirit. It's a second cast. We also, this makes a spirit as well. The negate. Brutal. Brutal, dude. And turn, push up the team. Oh my gosh. Now here comes another field wipe. What a match. We have 36. They have 30. Deluge will surely find a depopulate, right? Celestis down to 3 available mana. Interesting. It's not any field wipe I'm aware of in Standard. How do they not have it? 5 cards in hand. Wow. We're going to bounce the 5/5 spirit token. A little Marcheroni. Delicious. Enchantment off the top. Do they have another negate? No. And here comes lethal. On the token. Nice. Wow. What a fantastic match of Magic. That was crazy back and forth. Going first, I like it. I like it a lot. I'm going to try to double cast on top of the spirit on 3. This will need to be a white or a green source, sorry. Cram session, interesting. Beautiful, make the Sperato. Hit for 2 skis. You can just push up with the class next turn, maybe. They're taking a turn off for iteration. That will work. And we want to save this in hand for another double cast. 8 damage. Really not that bad at all. Here's a blue source. Now we have a Geistlight in hand, right, chat? Science says they're going to take another turn off. Interesting. They're just looking for a meat hook. They need to get ahead of us, which would be next turn. Don't you dare. Wow. Exile too, so we don't even get it back. This works for me, though. It's a double cast, if I've ever seen one. One spirit. We are still probably just walking into a meat hook, though. That sucks, but whatever. We should add more basic planes. In a 3-color deck, though, I'd rather be consistent. It's not all about drawing a planes. Like, it's whatever. Meat hook for 3. Wow, didn't see that coming, did we? That's a good way to recover. Why not? It seems fantastic to me. Bring that naturalist back. Okay, okay. We can even bring back that spirit. It's a little bit hard to second cast. Hey, stop it! Stop it! I guess we'll lose that paladin class. You dirty dog, right? Let's keep it going with the spirits. Try to rebuild. Wow, we're actually missing those lands quite a bit here. Yeah. They have a lot in hand still. The Kiki, not the end of the world. Yikes. Grix is getting down and getting dirty. It's really good for us. I mean, it's the exact same as bringing one back from the grave. Except I don't think it would have been a cast, actually, so this is better. Too shabby. We're getting closer. We make another spirit here as well. So it should push this other to 6. Yup. Block the 3. I guess, right? Okay. Just protecting their health points, I guess. Makes some sense. Now, if they hook us, this other spirit's going to draw it from 6. Because the total number of spirits goes down, right? Which is not great. Here comes the second meat hook. Right on time, dude. Right on time, dude. Wow. That's so cool. It feels so much better when you're the one doing it. Missing a second blue source to immediately cast this, but whatever. Okay. I mean, they still have 4 going to 5 cards in hand. Oh, no. They've already drawn. Oh. Did you say 5? Are you sure you didn't mean 8? 7? Jesus Christ, dude. Nice play. So we know that there's more meat hooks. Let's just do our best. Try to flood the field with spirits. This will make another. It's a big hit. They really block it. Wow. So that means there's definitely a field wipe, and they know that they were going to lose that creature anyways. Crazy, bruh. They will not stop, will they? I love it. I like when the deck throws everything they have at you and you still are like in the game somehow. Barely, you know, we're losing, but it is working. They just have so many cards. 52 in deck still. How do they have? Did they play with more than 60? They had to have because there's 12 in their library. What the hell? Arcane Bombardment. Cool. Nice. So that's going to win the game. You know, that's just going to win the game. Haunting was carrying us, not anymore. Wow. Yeah, what a good card that is. Huh? Yeah? Yeah. What's ya, Duggies? Where is that Geist Light? Not that it would matter. They have so much mana now eventually. Just give us a couple turns. Pretend that there's nothing in their hand. Don't you? Don't you? Wow. Okay. Yeah, this is out of control, dude. Fantastic. Yeah, that Boju, who endures, would have been pretty sick right about now. Right about now. The Funk Soul Brothers. Check it out now. Anyone? No, that's just me. Sorry. Oh, here comes the hook. Their third meat hook of the game. Their third meat hook of the game. Wow, fantastic. Are we having fun yet? Why isn't this a 4-drop, dude? Wow. I was gonna say we'd mill them out, but they've got like an 80 card deck. Well, I mean, drawing 7 at a time. Well, 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's even more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my lord. Yeah, drawing 7 at a time is really gonna speed this up. 8. It's an 8-card draw. Wow. If they do that many more times, that'll be that. This is still a match somehow. What a pipe dream, right? If we could just have them mill themselves. HGG, stop it, dude. You're making a fool of yourself. That's embarrassing. Nice, dude. It's a land. So's that. Draw 7 more. Hey, that's all right. That's all right. I mean, it makes sense. With things like the Titan around, that sacrifice is pretty cool. We're gonna scoop it up. Yeah. We're punching our way out of a wet bag. Going first, but I don't like the land. I want to be dropping this right away. And I don't want to risk drawing an island or a blue source. Well, we have a turn 3 draw. 1, 3. Oh, let's keep it. This will be a second white source here. Then, you know, hopefully we get lucky. Blow up that island. A deserted beach. That's what we'll pull. Keeping it slow, keeping it steady. Tommy in play. Next turn, we should be able to tilde and hold up the counter. That's a spirit. Then hopefully we get lucky with some brinds and what have you. Dodge their exile. Ooh, there it is. And that actually hits our ascendancy. Good for you, dude. They leave the ascendancy. They left the ascendancy. I mean, yeah. That gives us our counter magic. Next turn we have a haunting. Interesting. Visitor first. Okay. No. No. Probably should have kept it to keep our Catilda up, but whatever. No blocks, down to 12. Not too shabby. I have life gain. Do you? Right? We should be able to take lethal while mitigating any damage they do. We should have let them have Kiki Jiki last turn and just held up our counter magic. We tapped this turn, but next turn could have been cool. First, yeah, this is what I mean, right? It's like we don't care that you're dealing 7 damage because we're gaining 7 back. A little more than that, but works out in our favor, I believe. And, you know, the Ascendancy Haunting package is tasty. Not too shabby. They're playing with Naya. They have their own Catilda. Interesting. The 5th land, and then they play Catilda on the Kami of Transients? Sick, dude. That's a good play. Yeah. So now they have life gain. And a lot of it. More than us. Interesting how the turns have tabled. We need some enchantment spells, yeah? That is interesting. Really needed that treasure, I guess. Okay. Not great. But, I mean, you know, time is on our side with the Ascendancy. We don't have enough damage. They played it to block. Interesting. Don't you? This is a good match. Attack with Catilda, enchant the visitor is an option. I might be defending with it here, though. Right? I don't want to die. Wow. Nice, dude. No, they're just going to get us. We don't have enough juice. right? It's not enough juice. They will beat us if this is the path we take, right? They're dealing so much more damage than us. We're not defending anymore. We can pick up a removal spell. Any interaction, another enchantment. They have Kiki, which probably wins the game because they can copy the Naturalist, trigger the Visitor on the Kami. Also triggers, well, no, this is cast. But it still triggers the Visitors. We only have the one red source. It's enough, though. That is good. They can give it haste. Well, but the token can't bounce back to the hand, though. So that won't work. We need something powerful. Down to 11. They have lethal next turn. At least it's something. Ooh, that gives them flying. Brutal. Which means we have to go all in, doesn't it? Because that also means next turn they'll all have flying. Right? Brutal, dude. And we're also just dead. Hopefully that cleared enough spirit so they don't get it. I mean, they're at 27, we're at 20. We're closing the gap slowly. This is the land of top decks now. They should maybe just defend with the Kami, though, no? Seems weird. That actually gives them access to flying again. Brutal. Land, okay. Good for us. They might bounce the Visionary and use its ability. Oh, Lord. Down to 3. Wow. They're at 68. Well, one short is the problem. That is not the card you were looking for. Too many top deck lands, huh? I guess we have to defend. We'll lose Catilda, though, is the problem. I think that's the only way we survive. Oh! Dude, that's not appropriate. Wow. Okay, Machiko off the top, right? Jesus. Man, you crazy. You crazy, dude. We're still just dead. It's the only way we survive is if we go like this. And even at that, I don't even know. Just survive with one. Math. It's so hard. Thanks, bro. Well, you couldn't get to 69, so I'm not going to 0. Oh, he has the field wipe. We still lost. It was pretty cool, though. Oakley dokley. Spirits getting the job done. More control aspects needed in the deck? I think so. I think the Wandering Emperor, not a spirit, but could still work quite nicely. This art really reminds me of Bedevil. I don't even know what card this is. Definitely not Bedevil. Interesting. What is it? Gift of Wraith. Gift of Wrath. Interesting. Oh, that's an expensive card. Full art, alternative art, holographic land. Ooh-wee. Right on the top. Beautiful. We love to see it. Seven Tail Mentor, Brute Suit, Disruption Protocol, Short Circuit, Lethal Exploit. Oh, easy. The Energy Blade, Bronze Cudgels. Easy. Era of Enlightenment. Many Journeys. I actually like this card quite a bit. Uh-oh. Kodama of the West Tree. That's a mythic pull. Holy Toledos. We like you. And a holographic infiltrator. Boo. A Goliath. A 6/5 with trample. Vanilla for 6. I'm sure that's fine. From Theros. Interesting. That's a good limited card, I guess. Kodama in the house, ladies and gentlemen. I like this card. I think it's going to see play for a long time to come. That ability, you know, deal damage, pull lands, right into the battlefield too. It's ridiculous, right? Really, really cool card there, which is nice to see. And on top of that, holographic alt art land as well. Cheers. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an absolute magical day. Let me know what you think of the deck down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well if you haven't done so while you're commenting. And most importantly, I'm looking forward to seeing you soon in the next. Take care.